Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Social Equity, the podcast. It's Sophia, your favorite host, the woman who is always talking about building your brand, being a female entrepreneur, and mindset hacks to help you get to where you want to be faster than if you were to go at this entrepreneur journey alone. I know how lonely it can be. Up until the last 6 months, I did this all on my own. I didn't have a team, and I spent a lot of time at my desk. The other day, my mom walked into my place and I was like, I make a lot of money in that corner. Like, she's just so proud, and it feels so good to hear my mom be like, I'm so freaking proud of you. But yeah, I've made a lot of money sitting here, talking in a microphone, making videos. Literally, I was the woman who signed up for a 1-bedroom apartment, like put a payment down, didn't know how I was going to make money. I just took the leap of faith. I had no idea what I was going to do less than 2 years ago. And here I am today making $20,000 to $45,000 a month. And my next goal is 50K months consistently. So I swear if I could figure this out, you can too. And the really cool thing is I'm here to lead the way and show you, because I wish I had someone to show me. When I left my ex-boyfriend years ago to come out as a lesbian, it was not only hard because I was coming out in a small southern town where I knew I wouldn't necessarily be 100% accepted all the time. I was leaving a sense, an illusion of financial security by having a male partner because I worked with him and for him. And I didn't need, quote unquote, to make my own money. But thank God I was building my personal brand the entire time. Otherwise, I would have been up a creek without a paddle. And I had the foundations in place, but I didn't really know how to monetize or sell to my audience. And I spent the first year and a half studying, hiring coaches, reading, listening to books on sales psychology, hiring more coaches to help me get to where I needed to be. And I learned exactly what I needed to do to crack the code to go from making less than $3,000 a month on social media to make $20,000 to $45,000 months. And I promise you, it's possible. It's possible. Can I guarantee your results? No, you've got to put in the work. And let me tell you, I put in some fucking work, but it's all paid off. And I'm so grateful for the journey that got me to where I am, because now I can pretty much tell anyone, like, you can go from zero to this. It's up to you. Are you going to take the action? Now, today I want to talk about something that I think is super interesting. I love conspiracy theories and stuff. And this one really isn't that much of a conspiracy theory, but it's a theory, okay? I am obsessed with the butterfly effect. Have you heard of it? So I'm going to define it for you. I just quickly Googled this because I know how to summarize it myself. Pretty much, I'm going to summarize it myself, and then I'll read you the definition. Pretty much, the butterfly effect is the concept that any small thing you do can impact the rest of your life forever. Like, you're only one decision away from something really great or really wrong. So let me go ahead and read what Wikipedia and whatever else I put up on Google says. So the butterfly effect is the idea that small things can have non-linear impacts on a complex system. The concept is imagined with a butterfly flapping its wings and causing a typhoon. Of course, a single act like a butterfly flapping its wings cannot literally cause the typhoon. So the way I see this is one little thing can spark another little thing. So one geographical coordinate on a map, you're going towards it, right? You're putting it in. But if you get off course by 1 degree, you'll end up in a completely different place. Think about that. If you are trying to find one exact coordinate in another country and you're starting in America and you're flying there and you shift 1 degree, you are going to end up in a completely different location. Okay, so this concept was popularized in 1972, but has been pondered on since the 1800s. One of my favorite quotes is by Alan Turing. He's a theoretical scientist and mathematician, and in 1950 he noted the displacement of a single electron by a billionth of a centimeter at one moment might make the difference between a man being killed by an avalanche a year later or escaping. That, like, think about that. It's life or death. If you close your eyes and think back to a moment where if you wouldn't have chose this one thing, your life would be different, for better or for worse. And that's what I can't help but think about. These small events have rippling effects on the rest of our lives. Like, you could go stop to get a cup of coffee and then not end up in a car accident because you actually took a stop. Or you could meet the love of your life at the counter at Starbucks. For instance, I could think back in my life and go, wow, I really regret making the silly content I did on the internet, and like people will Google me and that's what's going to come up forever. Or I can be grateful because if I wouldn't have created the silly content that I made it in 2020, I wouldn't have landed the huge international brand deals to be the face of a dating app around the world, learn how to make money in brand deals, learn how to write scripts. And it really helped shape me into the content creation expert that I am today. If I wouldn't have posted these really cheesy things that I did that blew my account up, I wouldn't have had that opportunity for that dating app. I wouldn't have been the face of a brand. I wouldn't have written commercials for the Real Housewives. Like, it's just kind of insane to think how one thing, and in my case, something so crazy like sugar daddy jokes on TikTok blew me up. Now, I don't want you to think, oh yeah, that's what I got to do. I got to start posting silly stuff. No, because I didn't know how to monetize it beyond dating apps or beyond the few things that sponsored me with that type of humorous content. And yes, you can absolutely be a comedian and make a lot of money on the internet. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying go with what your purpose is and share that and monetize that. But I don't regret the silly things I did because it got me to where I am today and gave me the experience. Okay? Or riddle me this. If God would have actually answered your prayers in high school and you're like crying in your bed, drenching your pillow in tears over your ridiculous ex-boyfriend who didn't give two fucks about you, but you were so in love with him, like you'd still be with your high school boyfriend if God would have answered those prayers. And thank God it doesn't answer them all, because where would you be today? I know where I'd be. Holy shit balls. Have you ever looked up your ex on Facebook and like wondered what they're doing with their lives now? That will make you feel like so much better. So much. Anyway, I get on my knees now, and I'm not even religious, and I thank God that some of the prayers that I asked to be answered were just skipped over. So if you're not religious, like me, like, and you just want to be grateful, like, I don't know. I feel like I would do it anyway. I'd get on my knees and thank God. Just thank you, God, that you skip some things. And what I love about the universe, about God, whatever you want to call the magic, right? The all-knowing love. What I love is God never gives us a no. He gives us yes or better. Like, if you ask God for something and you think it's no, it just means better's on the way, or it's yes. And I love going through life with that sort of faith, because then it's easier to process disappointments because we just can't see the future. And the thing is, we can't see the future. So every single decision we make now, it's so important that we're making it wisely. I'm looking at a graph right now, and it's like there's a straight line from one point to another. But if there's a small error or a small 1% off the coordinate, you're going to be in a completely different space in life. So I'm grateful for the times that I thought I missed out on something or got my heart broken, because I wouldn't be where I am today, with who I am today, how I am today. One right decision could change your life forever. One wrong decision could set you back. But let's think about the right ones. Go back in your head and you're like, okay, what right decision? What prayer did you really want to get answered? What did you work your ass off for to get to one spot because you were willing to make that hard decision over and over? Or what like seemingly small decision turned into a big opportunity for you? What one person impacted your life greatly? Was it a professor? Was it a coach? Was it a teacher? Was it a parent? Was it a grandparent? You just need one person in this world to remind you who you are, to remind you why you chose your path, and who can lead the way because they've done it before. I can think back to so many teachers I've had that have impacted me academically with different subjects, or someone who impacted me. Like I worked for a woman for about 6 months, and she was super challenging to work for, but she changed my whole life because I saw what it was like to run a business and be a badass boss business bitch. Like I didn't have that concept fully ingrained in my head. Even though my mom ran my family's business, my mom still listened to everything my dad said. I got to see like those gender norms be played out in a way, even though she was more empowered than most women in her lineage. I still had to see her be submissive to my dad. And in this last business relationship where I really worked for someone for a while, I saw something different. And it just took this one person for me to analyze and be around and be in the energy of. It took one person who was ahead of me. All it takes is someone who's a few steps ahead of you, or 20 billion steps ahead of you, if you're lucky like me, to have been hanging out with someone who is so successful, and you're just absorbing everything. Because all it takes is that one person to show you that it could be different. I remember, this is really vulnerable to say, but when I started working with this person, this is a while back now, but I told her, I was like, I don't know like if I'm going to do OnlyFans. I don't know what I'm going to do to make money, because like right now I'm doing well, but I would like to make $20,000 a month every month. And OnlyFans reached out to me because I had a top 14 sex podcast at the time. And they were like, we want to like literally feature you on our platform and make videos about you on the OnlyFans platforms and advertise for you. And I was like, wow, that'd be a leg up. Like if I started OnlyFans and OnlyFans literally like wanting me on the platform, like they're coming to me saying, we're going to feature you. Like, wow, that would be huge. So I was so tempted to do it. And there's nothing wrong with doing it. My God, if you're listening to my podcast because you're learning how to market your OnlyFans, more power to you. And I remember going to this woman that I worked with and saying, like, would this be weird for you? Like, would you be chill with me doing OnlyFans? And her response was like, do whatever you want. I don't care. Just keep doing your job well for me, essentially. Which was really cool to feel like someone was going to totally accept me. And after she gave me that sense of safety, that sense of radical acceptance, she then looked at me and said, well, why would you do that? Like, you're so good at this. Like, this is your purpose, what you're doing for me, helping me build my personal brand. Why don't you do that for like other women too? You could be making tons of money every month. She's like, you should be making $20,000 to $40,000 every single month. Like, why would you ever do something that's not your purpose? And it was amazing because this conversation, never once did I feel shame. Like, she never once was like, you shouldn't do OnlyFans because of blah, 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 blah. It was like, no, you should be doing your purpose. So I'm telling you, if you're doing OnlyFans, like, my God, if you love it and like entertainment is your purpose, go for it. But she just looked at me and was like, this is your purpose. And it took one person to tell me that. And it took one coach to tell me, Sophia, you should be charging this. Or I would have never even had the opportunity with the last person I was talking about. And everything led to another. And with my ex-girlfriend, I was showing her social media on demand, helping her grow. I mean, she grew like 6,000 followers in a matter of a month with me. She could then start charging for coaching. Like, I didn't realize that I could be teaching social media. I could be teaching what I was passionate about and make money from it. I didn't know I could charge my worth. And it took one person to make me realize, oh, this is what I'm good at. And it took one person to help me realize this is what I can charge. And it took one businesswoman to tell me, hey, you should start a whole business doing this. It took one person to say, Sophia, you were made for more. Don't you feel it in you? And I just want to be that person for you. You're made for more. Do you feel it in you? Do you feel it in you? And if anyone told you that you weren't or you couldn't, I want you to go back now and think about, who was that? Who was that? Shut up that voice in your head. You are no longer that scared little girl. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You just need one person now who is in the arena with you and can say, yes, you can. I hope I'm that person for you. I hope you go sign up and you join my Profitable Purpose membership so you can learn how to build your business and build your brand. Because I know if I just had one coach 3 years earlier, I could have been making so much more money sooner in my life. I wouldn't have been struggling. I could have gone to a restaurant, sat down, and ordered what the fuck I want. Because let me tell you, there's nothing better than being able to walk in anywhere and get whatever you want for yourself. I didn't know what that was like until I hit 30 years old. And I don't want anyone to have to wait that long. And guess what? It's not too late. If you're in your 50s and you've lived your life for everyone else, and it's your time, mama, it is your time, then you know where to find the link in my bio to join my membership. Because the women who join my membership, they're taking action to change their lives. And I know if you follow the steps that I share, within 3 to 6 months, you can have a thriving business. Now, it's up to you to do the work. But within 3 to 6 months, you can have your business set up. And if you come into my program and you already have your business set up, in 3 to 6 months, you're going to greatly increase your revenue because you're taking action every single week. Every single week. You cannot fall off the bandwagon when you join my membership. Oh, no, 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 no. We are a powerful group of women, and I teach all the time, and I teach live, and you get this access to me weekly. It is an amazing time, and you will build an amazing brand, better than you've ever built before. Okay, enough promoting my membership, but I am obsessed with it. Like, who put so much love into this membership for you guys? Because I wanted it to be exactly what I needed. And exactly what I couldn't find. And if I would have had something like this, I could have succeeded faster. I just could have. Because all it takes is one. All it takes is one decision. All it takes is one coach. All it takes is reading one book. All it takes is the one thing. And there can be a combination of things. I read books. I listen to podcasts. I hire coaches. I hire service providers to help me when it's not my zone of genius. But here's the thing. Every little decision I make leads to the next right decision. Every decision I make leads to the next right thing. And so because of the butterfly effect, and you knowing how one decision can affect the course of your life forever, I encourage you to make the right ones. I encourage you to get around the right people. I encourage you to make wise choices. Because all it takes is one. All it takes is one. Okay, if you're inspired today, send this podcast episode to your business bestie, someone who is growing their business alongside of you, someone who wants to learn how to use social media to build a powerful personal brand that actually profits. And if you want to learn how to set up your social media accounts for success or tweak your social media accounts to make sure they're still set up for success, start attracting genuine clients and grow an audience that lights you up, join my email list now and I send you a 100% free tool to help you set up your Instagram and TikTok for actual fucking business so you can make actual money online in less than 1 hour. I will help you get set up for success. It's completely free tool. Just go ahead to the link in my bio, join my email list to get started. And if you're interested, if you're feeling the nudge to work with me, I encourage you to get into the Profitable Purpose membership because we have so much fun there. Business is fun. We are all growing together. And I teach on social media strategy, sales strategy, mindset, and systems to make your business make money. Okay, have an amazing day, my friends. And remember, that every single choice you make matters. One choice can lead to the next right thing. One choice can change your whole life forever. I'm Sophia Spallino, the host of Social Equity. Thanks for listening to the podcast and sharing it with your friends. If you got value from this episode, be sure to subscribe and listen to more episodes about mastering your entrepreneur mindset, making more money with your personal brand, manifesting your dream social media audience, and living a life doing what you love, like truly love every day. And if you love the show but don't know who I am or why you could take my advice to heart and implement my strategies and tips, allow me to introduce myself. I am a social media coach and agency founder. I have spent over 8 years in the social media space and amassed over 333,000 followers across platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as hosting a top charting podcast. I am not gatekeeping the goods. I want to share my tips to help you build social equity. What's social equity? It's a little term I coined. Let's break it down. Social, in this case, short for social media. Equity, the value of an engaged online community, an asset you are building for yourself. I love helping women build social equity and watching you unapologetically take up space online and leverage your personal brand to directly earn revenue or support another revenue stream. Yes, you can strategically attract people who love to follow you on social media, believe what you say, and love to buy from you. If you're ready to stop hitting walls, take inspired action, and manifest social media success, there are 2 ways to work with me. You can hire me as your personal coach or work with me and my agency. If you want to learn how to make strategic, beautiful content and grow your brand, you can do it. I can teach you. Join my one-on-one, on-demand coaching support program to get access to me and social media lessons in real time. When you're inspired, at your own pace, I am a text away. Plus, you'll get weekly Zoom lessons. Whether you're a novice at creating or need strategic support overcoming a plateau, I can help you level up your mindset and personal brand. Apply for VIP access in the show notes. You can also book a single session if you started your personal or business social media journey and just feel stuck. Now, if you don't have time to make strategic, beautiful content, but you know you need to have a pristine social media presence, me and my team of social media stylists at Legacy the Agency can do it for you with excellence. As a perfectionist, I've had trouble letting go of doing everything myself, and I can promise you, you will scale faster and achieve so much more if you hire the right people. We are the right people, and we do things with excellence. Learn how Legacy the Agency works by going to legacytheagency.com or by visiting the link in the show notes. When you do that, you can book a clarity call on legacytheagency.com, and that will include a social media audit of what you currently have going on. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Sophia Spallino. And lastly, if you feel yourself come alive and get excited to take radical responsibility for building your social equity, share the show with a friend and leave a 5-star rating and kind review wherever you listen to podcasts. Because with a positive mindset and a personal brand, I believe all things are possible. So get up and go get what you want.